and welcome to today's class. As you know, my name is Julia and I'm so excited that today we're going to be doing a full body strengthening yoga class. So let's get started on the mat. Come into a comfortable seated position and let's just start slow. This is going to be a powerful class, so we need the time in the beginning to be able to just connect with the breath, connect with the body and set an intention for today. So you can bring your hands facing down onto your legs for grounding, or palms facing up to be able to receive more energy and intuition, and close your eyes. So first start just checking in with the breath, seeing how it feels today. Does it feel deep and long? Or is it quite short and shallow? Or somewhere in between? Don't worry about wherever your breath is at today. Just notice, using the techniques of mindfulness to focus in on one thing and be present. And slowly start deepening your breath, inhaling through the nose. Allow that breath to fill up your chest, to fill up the ribs, and let your belly expand. And then exhale from the belly, from your ribs, from the chest, and then out your nose. And again, inhale deeply. Feel yourself filling up with more energy, with more life. Allow your entire torso to expand as if you're a balloon blowing up. And let's take one sigh out the mouth here as we exhale. Feeling relaxed. You can keep your eyes closed and simply start to shrug your shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Just moving with the breath, inhaling the shoulders up to the ears, exhaling the shoulders roll down the back. Keep going like this, feeling a nice warmth arise in the shoulders. And then switch directions, bringing them forward if you were going back. And then slowly coming back into a nice central position. Flutter the eyes open. And we're going to tent our fingers by our hips and just start dropping one ear slowly to the other opposite shoulder and then back. Just really warming up the neck here. If you like, you can take some half circles as well if there's no tension in the neck, but just be gentle. You don't want to twinge anything already. And then slowly coming back to center, bringing those hands onto your knees, and let's take some seated cat-cows. So as we exhale, we curl back, bringing the chin in towards the chest, stretching the back of the body. And then as you inhale, you're going to push your chest forward. Gaze goes up. If it's comfortable for you, inhale. And then exhale, coming into our seated cat. Chin towards the chest, curling in. And then exhale, pushing the chest forward. And then just do this a few more times, but just follow your own breath here. Really fill up the lungs as you push your chest forward. And then bring your belly button towards your spine as you come back. One more, make the most of it. This is the fun, easy part of the class before we get into it, so enjoy. Okay, coming back to center. Now making your way into a nice tabletop position. We're going to bring, again, as always, the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. And we're just going to bring our left leg out behind us. And before we lift our right arm, just start thinking about how that left hip is feeling. Is it turned up? Are you able to keep both hips parallel to each other? And also, how is the weight of your upper body? By activating our core, you're able to turn on the core, really activate the entire upper body, and that should hopefully mean that you're not dumping all of your weight onto your right hand and you stay even. Feeling long all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And then when you're ready, lifting up that right arm, spinal balance. Maybe you feel yourself start to shake a little bit. That's okay, that's your body trying to really work hard to keep you in this one position. Sometimes holding a position is even harder than all this movement and cardio. You really have to focus. What's your intention? If it's to build strength in the body and the mind, then you want to stay in this hold. One more breath here. And as we exhale, bending the knee and the elbow and bringing them together under the body, curl the chin in towards the chest, just like that cat pose, and you'll feel the core activate even more. And then inhale to lengthen, straighten out. Exhale, bending knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Feel that core warm up. And under. And inhale, lengthen. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And then what we're going to do is pulse both the leg and the arm up at the same time. So bringing it up and down. Doing this for 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Try and reach as high as you can. 3, 2, 1. Amazing work. Bringing that hand down, knee down, and then just step back into a plank. We're moving straight in here. I told you it's a full body strengthener. And we hold here for 10. Remember to breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4. You've got this. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing those knees down. Keep the toes tucked under. We're going to sit back onto the heels for a moment and let's just warm up those wrists. Before we take it to the other side, let's make sure our wrists feel good. Our hands feel ready to hold you into these nice plank positions. Shake them out. Catch your breath. And then let's get ready. Let's go the other side. So now coming back into that nice tabletop position, you know the drill here. And this time we're going to bring the opposite leg back. So now it's the right leg. And again, let's take those moments here to see, is your hip coming up? Is it parallel to your other hip? How is the weight of your upper body? Are you tending to lean to one side? Don't worry. Just see if there's any way you can keep yourself completely centered and held in this position. And then when we're ready, lifting that left arm up and then holding here. Breathe deeply. Let your gaze go down. Feel yourself completely centered, using that core activation to keep you stable. Seeing if you can lengthen the leg and the arm away from each other. Exhale. You've got this. Pushing into that right hand to really give yourself some stability. And then, when you're ready, knee to elbow under the body. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee, elbow. And again, lengthen. And under the body. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. And then coming back into our nice spinal balance. And again, we kick up for 10. So really using the shoulder and the glute muscle to push your arm and your leg up at the same time. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing job. Bringing that knee down, the hand down, and again, let's step back out into a plank. Holding here for 10. Really see if you can get that body long. One long line from the heels all the way to the crown of the head. Halfway there. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, last second. And bring those knees down. Let's sit the hips back here. Child pose is going to be our recovery pose for today. So whenever we come here, see how quickly you can get yourself into this chill mode, where you're simply catching your breath, quieting the mind, softening every part of the body, and allow yourself to recover quickly and effectively. One more deep breath here. Fill yourself up with energy. And exhale. Okay, we're coming back. Plank is a beautiful pose for full body strengthening. So we're going to go back into our high plank here. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap one knee to the opposite, to the right elbow. So right knee, right elbow, and then switch. And we're going to do that 10 times, so 5 on each side. Take a break and do it again. And we go right knee to right elbow, left knee, right, left. That's 2 down. Right, left, right, left. You've got this last one. And left, and then sit back. Just come into a nice seated position. You can shake out the wrists if you'd like to, maybe the shoulders, maybe take a little twist here. Whatever you need to do to get back into your mojo, we're going to go again. So, coming back into our plank position, we're ready to go again. Tucking those toes under and walking the legs out. And start with the opposite leg this time. So, left knee, left elbow. Right, that's 1. Stay breathing, 2. Strong in the hands, push through the fingertips to try and not bring all the weight into the wrists. Last one. Amazing. And bringing those knees down. A little recovery again. So, shaking the wrists out. Maybe you just want to sit in stillness here. We'll take 2 deep breaths before we move on. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Now we're going to do one last plank position for the moment. So this time we're going to get off the hands and come onto the forearms. Bringing those forearms down, spreading the fingers out wide, walking the legs back, and again thinking about dropping that butt down. And we're just going to do 20 hip dips, where you dip one hip down and the other to work the obliques. And we go 20. Sorry for the squeaking in my mat, I don't know why it always does this. 12, 10, 8, 6, keep going, great for the sides, and 2, and release. Let's tuck those toes under and push your hips back and come into downward dog. I bet downward dog never felt so good. So as always, let's take a moment here in downward dog. You can bend one knee at a time, shake the head out, releasing any tension here. Feeling that beautiful stretch along the back of the legs. Breathing. Maybe bringing one leg up behind you, bending the knee, opening the hip. And then changing sides, bending the knee, opening the hip. And down. And then slowly when you're ready, let's just tiptoe our feet to the top of the mat. Bend your knees generously and roll your weight all the way up to standing into Tadasana. So resetting here, bringing the shoulder blades down the back, palms are facing forward. Your feet are hip width distance apart. And we're going to go straight into 2 sun salutation B. It will be breath to movement, so please follow my guidance. And we'll get through this together. This is kind of like a cardio session. So bringing the hands together at heart center, coming back into your intention for the day, whatever that might be. Maybe it is to give your all, or maybe it's to find softness in some hard times. Breathing that in. And then we move. And inhale, your arms come up overhead. And exhale, bending your knees, come into a nice forward fold. Then we inhale, our arms coming up to the shins, coming into our halfway lift, straight spine. And as we exhale, we plant the hands, we step the right foot back, and we step the left foot back, and we flow through our chaturanga. On the knees are lifted, push the chest forward for upward facing dog, and then exhale, coming back into our nice downward facing dog. One breath, one movement. Right leg comes forward. We're going to come into a high lunge. Bring those arms up by the ears. Stretch here. And then we exhale in vinyasa. Coming back down through plank. Chaturanga. Coming upward facing dog. Pushing back, downward facing dog. One breath, inhale. And exhale. Left foot comes forward. Coming into our high lunge with the left leg in front. You've got this. Keep going. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, flowing through your vinyasa. Giving those arms a nice workout as well while we're here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths in downward dog. So really catch your breath here before we do it again. Slightly faster. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. You can close the eyes if it helps you relax. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then when you're ready, bend the knees and step walk or jump to the top of the mat. Coming back into our forward fold. And then bend the legs, come all the way up, arms up overhead. Hands to heart center. You can tell I'm a little bit out of breath as well. But we're going to do it next time a little bit faster. Here we go. Inhale, arms coming up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right leg back, left leg back, and flow through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg comes forward. We're going to come into our high lunge. Stretch the fingers. And then coming down through the vinyasa again. We've only got one more side here. You've got this. And downward dog. And now left leg comes forward. Coming into our high lunge. Stretch. And hands come down through your vinyasa. Feel those arms really working here. The whole body is working. Back into our downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step rock or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And then arms coming back up overhead. Hands to our center. Amazing work. You can get really sweaty that one, so congrats for that. Now we're going to inhale our arms coming back up overhead. Exhale, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, coming into a flat back position, and then just simply step the right leg back, left leg back, and come into your downward facing dog. We'll skip a vinyasa. Okay, so let's take it into a nice standing series here. We're going to bring our left leg out behind us, and then bring the left foot in between the hands at the top of the mat. Coming back up into that high lunge here, but this time we're going to stay. So holding here, just like we did in the spinal balance, allowing this nice strength hold to really make you think about how your body feels, how your mind feels, and if there's anywhere that you can soften during this strengthening posture. And exhale. One more breath here. And exhale. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend the back knee. We're going to clap under our left leg and then straighten back out. Bending, clap, and out. 3 more like this. Feeling that left thigh and glute fire up. Down, you can make a sound if you want to. I'm kind of being soft here. And then back down and up. And then with all the strength of that front leg, we're going to lift up into warrior 3. And all you're going to do is pulse that right leg back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Softly coming back into our high lunge. And then bring the hands down. You've guessed it, vinyasa. We'll be back to downward facing dog. Lifting up into upward facing dog. And pushing back, downward facing dog. Great work. So we've got the legs working, our arms have been working, everything is really going. It's time for us to even that out, and this time bring the right leg out behind us and bring the right foot forward. Inhale, lifting those arms up by the ears. And we hold our high lunge here. Use this time to really catch the breath. Thinking about that nice 90-degree angle in the front leg. Feeling the back leg activated. Shoulders drop down the back. Feel strong and empowered. Catch your breath. And then we move through those lunges again. So bending that back leg, clapping under, and then lifting up for 5. Down and back up for 4. Oops. Remember to keep your balance. For 3. Down. For 2. Last time. You've guessed it, we're going to come back into that warrior three and let's take those pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The whole body's working here. 3, 2, 1. Softly step back into my high lunge. And vinyasa, coming back down through chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And release the knees down onto the mat. It is recovery time. You've earned it. Push the hips back. Inhale. And exhale, sigh out the mouth. Inhale. Coming back to your intention. And exhale. One more deep breath here before we keep moving. We've not got so long to go of the strengthening. We'll have a nice little stretch at the end. So really give it your all. And we're going to come back, forward, tuck the toes under, and come back into downward facing dog. Now we're going to come into dolphin pose, which is basically downward facing dog, but with the forearms down onto the mat. So bringing the forearms down, bringing the feet together here. And all we're going to do, this is a really great strengthener for your shoulders here, is we're going to rock up onto the tippy toes and then rock back onto the heels. And then from here we're just going to rock forward and back, coming up onto the tippy toes and then pushing down with the heels. And we'll do this for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Walking those feet back out into forearm plank. Holding here for 10, 9, 8. You've got this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing those knees down. Coming back into child's pose. Maybe turning the hands so the palms face down. And then the back of the hand on the mat just to loosen out the wrists here. Breathing deeply. You've got this. And then we're going to breathe in a nice inhale back into our tabletop position and then walking out into a high plank. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate from side to side, 5 breaths in each pose. So it'll be 5 breaths, high plank, side plank, high plank. And we go. So rolling onto the right side of your feet. Left arm comes up, we hold here for 5, 4, keep your balance, pushing the hips up, and 1, release, left hand comes down, rolling onto the left side of your feet, right arm up, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to high plank, we hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Left arm up. Push the hips up as high as you can. 3, 2, 1. Through. Bringing the right arm up now. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to high plank. You've got this. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees down. We're not going to chill out just yet. We've got one last pose here. So come cross at the ankles, come back onto sitting on your butt. And we're going to come into core boat pose. As always, I like to close with this in a power class. Let's bring the hands to the back of the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades down the back. We've got this one last core exercise for today. Lift the feet up off the mat. Have your chest rising towards the ceiling. And then bring your arms out to meet your feet. You can either hold here, or if you'd like to push a little bit further today, then drop one leg down at a time. As we really stabilize the core here, we're going to do 8 more. And 6. Keeping that spine as long as you can, lifting the chest high. 4. And 2. And then holding here, and we're going to hold for 10, and you can straighten out those legs if you'd like to. This is your last exercise of the day that's strengthening. 9, 8, you've got this, let the shaking happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, amazing work. So let's get into the recovery now. This is the best part. Bringing the soles of the feet together, rolling the shoulders down the back, and then just exhale, fold over into this nice butterfly pose. Whew, you deserve a big rest now. So let's make sure that we take it. Breathing deeply, feeling your lungs fill up with energy. And as you exhale, see if you can allow yourself to relax a little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. This pose will give a nice stretch into the hips, especially a nice stretch into the lower back and the middle back. And letting the chin come into the chest, you allow the upper back to relax as well. Great recovery position as we literally surrender into the pose. And then slowly coming up, chin in towards the chest. Let's take the inside of the right foot into the inside of the left thigh. And then you just flex the front feet and then bring your left hand on the inside of the left leg. Right arm comes up and over, and we relax into this beautiful side stretch. Remember to keep your chest open towards the sky as you feel this beautiful stretch all the way from the hips to the fingertips. We're getting a nice stretch into the hips here and the hamstrings, as well as the side body. Inhale and exhale. On the inhale, slowly rise up, bring that right hand behind you, left arm comes up and over the head, pushing the hips forward, stretching the front body, and then exhale, sitting back. We're going to swap sides. This time, right leg goes out straight, flexing that front foot, and then just bringing the left arm up and over this time. You can close the eyes, making sure to roll that left shoulder blade down the back, and breathe. Inhale and exhale. Slowly inhale, lifting up, bringing that left hand behind us, right arm comes up and overhead, stretching the front body, pushing the hips forward, and then slowly coming back down, finding yourself into a comfortable seat. As we close the class with a short meditation, bringing the hands down onto the thighs. You can bring the fingers together, or you can bring the palms down, wherever feels good for you. Making sure the shoulder blades are down the back and closing off the eyes. Just take this last few moments of class to check in with the self. How does your body feel? Taking a body scan from the top of the head, all the way through the torso, down the legs, all the way to the feet, and back up from your feet, your legs, your torso, arms, your throat and your head. And see if there's anywhere that you could invite a little bit more softness to. Sometimes we don't even know it, but there's parts of the body that we're tensing. See if you can just let go. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. And then coming back to that intention you set at the beginning of the class. And seeing if you want to stick with that for the rest of the day, or would you like to set a new intention with whatever you've learned on the mat today? Either way, slowly bow your chin towards your chest, Bring your hands together at heart center and thank yourself for showing up on the mat and doing such a strengthening class. And then lift your head. And you can open your eyes if they were still closed. I hope you really enjoyed this class. I definitely had a workout today. So please let me know how you found it, if there was something that was too hard or if it was too easy, if you want more or less. Let me know. I'm excited to hear what you think, and otherwise have an amazing day.